Good morning. Good morning. Welcome to Morning Motivation. I'm the New Age entrepreneur, Victor Simmons, and this daily show is about life, entrepreneurship, and marketing. Today's episode is called Operate Out of Your Imagination. Hello there. So today I want to talk about operating out of your imagination. Now, as you know by now, one of my favorite motivational speakers is a guy by the name of Les Brown. Now, Les is getting up there now. He might even be in the 70s. But Les talks about operating out of your imagination and not your memory. Right? So before I go into that, again, this daily show is all about life, entrepreneurship, and marketing, right? So to kind of talk a little bit about what's kind of going on in my life and my world. So yesterday I did something that was huge. That was something that I needed to do so I can go with 2017 like gangbusters, right? Fearless, ready to accomplish everything that I want to accomplish. And what I did was I contacted my mother and my brother and one of my good friends, and I told them that this is what I'm going to do, right? So it's like no more being in the closet as far as being, an online marketer, my new venture, what I want to accomplish in life, and just really going for it, right? When you tell people that you love and you care about, I think it does something for you, right? It's like the light switch comes on. It's like you take that leap and you're ready to, now it's out there. You're ready. Now, keep this in mind. The two people and then, one of my good friends that I talked to about it, right? I already know that these are people who care about me and believe in me, and I know that they were going to be positive and supportive about what I'm doing. I'm a huge believer that you don't let other people bring you down, right? Don't let other people rain on your parade. So that's why one of the first things I talk about is if you want to join my team or become a new age entrepreneur is, one thing we don't do is we're not calling family and friends, right? We're not doing that. I don't need to call family and friends and say, hey, this is what I'm doing. Check this out. Maybe you're interested. That's absolutely not what I'm talking about. When I contacted my mother and my brother, it was more like, hey, listen, this is what I'm about to do. And I want you to know because it's something that's important to me. And I know you are always supporting me for what I do. And also I'm going to give you an opportunity to be a part of my team. And together we can go inspire the world, right? And it's important that we know it is okay to be us. It is okay to fail and have past failures, right? I've had plenty of them, and I'm going to have plenty in the future. But it's not okay to operate out of your memory and instead of operating out of your imagination. Because if we operate out of our memory, typically we're thinking of negative, past, like I said, failures, things that we didn't accomplish, things that we set out to do that didn't come to fruition, things that, just didn't happen. We didn't manifest them. For whatever reason, we couldn't do it, right? So when we think of things that we're trying to accomplish in the future, if we operate out of our memory, then we're thinking about past failures, right? So you are already starting off with a pessimistic instead of an optimistic, point of view and a viewpoint. And that's dangerous. It's the beginning of the year. It's the time where people are setting, goals and resolutions and saying, "Oh, this is it. This is my year," right? And that's perfectly fine. That's perfectly okay. Now, it's something that we got to be very careful with, because, you know, by February, people have lost that inspiration and that motivation. And then all of a sudden they find themselves doing the same habits and same things on a daily basis that they were doing the previous years, right? Ready for the next 11 months for the new year to turn and say, hey, this is my year, right? Now, when I say this is my year, I mean this is my year. And you got to believe it and do the same. And if we are operating out of our imagination, then it's almost like a clean slate. It's almost like the permission we give ourselves to say, you know what? I still believe in my dreams. I still believe that I can. Right? So if I go back to my mom and my brother and, you know, one of my good friends that I was talking to, I let it be known that this is what I'm going to do this year. Right? And nothing's going to hold me back. And I'm operating out of my imagination. And I want to encourage them to do the same. And in fact, to make it even more bold and more of a conviction on my part, I'm telling you, look to me for leadership, because this is what I'm going to do. And this is what I'm about from here on out, period. And I love you. I respect you. And I want you to be a part of this, because I know that I am not going backwards. I am not going to fizzle out. And if you want to be a part of something great, a team, a vision, and become a better version of yourself, follow me. Now, that was the point of that conversation, right? And that's the conviction that we have to have. And that is the belief that we have to have when moving forward. And I'm telling you, folks, that's because I was operating out of my imagination. Could hardly sleep last night because I couldn't wait to get up this morning so I can start working on continually building my vision, my dream. And so I encourage you, as we start this new year off and as we're building and growing for the future, is don't just set this up for a New Year's resolution. Don't just set this up for a challenge or for a goal. Set this up as, this is now me. I'm not perfect. I've made mistakes in the past. I will have hiccups and bumps in the road in the future. But at the end of it, I'm going to pick myself up and I'm going to continually strive and keep going. And that's why we need other people who have the same mindset, who are of like mind, to help pick us up, to help hold us accountable. Something that we can tap into when our energy is low, right? We need to associate ourselves with people who are wanting and striving for the same type of being, the same type of just goals and outcomes that we're looking for, right? So that's why when I say operate out of your imagination, you're operating out of the future that you want. And for those of you who want more than what you're currently getting out of your life, right? And you're ready to take immediate action toward a better path, then contact me. Come join our team, because that's exactly what we are about. We are about taking our destiny in our own hands, right? And it's more important now than ever that we realize that we are in a new world. And the traditional ways of society in the past, it's not how it's going to be in the future, folks. So we have to start building towards something that is going to take care of us and take care of our families. And that's what the new age entrepreneurs are all about. And for those of you who might not have any money to get started, that is okay. That is okay. Why? Because I have a free system that's going to let you start making money online with no cost to you. Now, it's a hustle. Now, you still got to put forth effort, but it eliminates your excuse that you're telling yourself that you don't have money to get started, right? So at the end of the day, we only live once, right? We only live once. So I encourage you, when you go through today, operate out of your imagination, right? Not your memory. And for those of you who are ready to make a change in their life, those of you who are just needing a group of people who are of like minds and are striving towards something better as well, then contact us, become a New Age entrepreneur, and we'll get there together, right? Today is January 4th, 2017. Go out there and make it a great day. I'm the New Age entrepreneur, Victor Simmons, and until next time, take care and be well.